Recording going.
Recording going. Wow, this is a special bottle. Good evening, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome us back. We're welcome back. We haven't done a show in a while because we've been gone out of the country to
Private cask.
Places like here or there. Trying to put these signs up in our
They didn't have one for Elgin.
We did not. No, we didn't. The Sons of Guns. Anyway, what we expect to enjoy is a.
Let me see that again. Fino finish.
Yeah. I've already done a pretty extensive search for it there, but regardless, while she's doing that, we had an opportunity to spend a few days up in the Speyside, Highland Moray, area in Scotland for 4 nights. We spent 3 nights in Elgin. We stayed at St. Michael's Guest House, where Hazel was the most amazing
guest house.
The room was so comfortable. The property was beautiful, and I mean, right there in the heart of Elgin, you could walk to everything, and she was just amazing. She was so accommodating. Really made us feel like we were, very, very welcome there,
And we had the room with the balcony.
So that was amazing. Hazel, thank you very much for hosting us there.
I'm not one who normally stays in B&Bs or guest houses like that, but I ate my words. Hazel was the consummate host.
Oh yeah, she was so sweet.
Just everything was perfect, and it was Elgin is a city or a little town full of history, and some great restaurants, and easy to wander about.
Yeah,
very
comfortable.
Beautifully safe. The only thing lacking in Elgin were laundromats,
which
Hazel helped us out by.
Yes.
And then there was the world's best Tesco there, where we bought not this one, but another Glen Moray that
the twisted vines
that
we're
not ever going to get in this country.
Now, for followers of the show, you would know that we did a Glen Moray just before we left.
As a little hint.
There's a little hint. They're 15-year. This particular bottle we got right at the distillery. And the young lady who assisted us, because we've got a couple little glasses and so on, this is not to be available anywhere else but the distillery.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the only place you can get it. And so we already know that we do like the Glen Moray.
And it's right in the heart of Speyside.
Oh, yeah. Easy access to Inverness from there.
Oh, to
Lucy Mouth and all that. The great seafood out of Lucy Mouth. It's not too far to swing around and get down to Lucy.
Yeah, that was. I would like more time to explore that little seaside town. Yes. What was the best castle though? The Cador Castle,
which is kind of close to Inverness. It's really close to Culloden Battlefield, which is a significant history impact to the Scottish and England's relationship. I'll leave that for you to find out. It's a great stay.
And Lady Cador, who's now in her 80s,
is often on the property. She lives there occasionally.
You can't take tours of the castle. It's really a cross between a manor house and a castle, but it's a castle.
It's more than a castle. Yeah.
So you can't take tours in the winter because she lives there in the winter.
Yeah.
And she comes over every day during the rest of the year to check on things and tend to the gardens. One of the rooms we saw was
2 different gardens, both amazing.
Was a lovely salon sitting area that had a lot of history, but also, tucked away was a telephone, and tucked away was a TV that that she lives in and has her closest friends. So there were rooms there that were. I went, another rusty, dusty, musty castle. But there were some rooms that I thought, I could be comfortable and
some contemporary art, more
beautiful
contemporary art,
gorgeous art.
So anyway, but Glen Moray was the first of 3 distilleries that we visited in Scotland, and it's a big property. It's you don't really see it until you get right upon it. It's maybe a quarter mile off of, I think it was A86, driving on the other side of the road. That was a little scary.
Okay, anyway.
Okay.
And then are you going to talk about our experience at Glen Turret?
I will talk about the experience at Glen Turret, which was an amazing 2-star Michelin restaurant on the property. Stayed in the best house of the Aber Turret guest house. Again, when we do the another Glen Turret.
Okay, but until we forget, shout out to Claude, the sommelier at the La Ligue restaurant where we had this marvelous experience.
Yeah.
He was just, he knew
everything
about, as a sommelier does, but he did it with such panache and charm, and just
gave a great recommendation for a specialty cocktail that they have there, just there. It was really good. If it's in the camera, you'll notice we have an array of ducks here to take to our grandbabies. And again, all these signs to put up out in the thing. But let's talk about the whiskey.
Okay, so it's hard to find anything online about the Glen Moray private cask. Bill found something. Private cask.
Private collection.
Private cask.
Oh, it does say private cask.
Oh,
okay. All the way. I'm just being efficient with words.
He's just being a cantankerous person.
Which was in Strands today, so.
No, it was in Tightrope.
Tightrope, whatever.
So, there's not a lot about this one that is in peated Fino barrels.
Right.
Bill found something that he said, read the first paragraph. Glen Moray has unveiled its exclusive private cask collection, a hand-picked selection of the Speyside Distillery's most treasured single malts, aged in the very best casks. So I didn't find anything that was specific to Fino. But I found one that was in a Marsala cask from Sicily.
Okay. Which is a different kind of sherry, right?
It's a different kind of fortified wine.
Right,
so I'm not going to look at the tasting notes.
Okay, thank you.
Glen Moray has been delving into the spectacular wealth of flavors which different casks can offer its light and fruity whiskey since the distillery was founded in 1897. Now, some of the distillery's most treasured single malts have been unearthed and used to create a new series of precious small batch whiskeys, each finished in different wine casks, the first of which was a Marsala cask. So what they do for this private cask collection is
color, by the way,
marry the quintessential flavor of 13-year-old or more Speyside release, imbued through aging in particular casks that they curate to get the best flavor profile.
Okay. It's not just a dump in the cask.
No. Let's see. There was something that said how, and the private cask collection is limited to 238 bottles.
Wow. Is there a number on here? Let me see.
Yes, on the front. Or you don't want it to read.
Cask filled 2015, bottled 2025. There's not a number of this bottle. Okay, so anyway.
So, very, very limited. Clearly, you're only going to get it in the distillery as long as they have them.
Yeah.
So, I don't have any tasting notes.
That's fine. So, on the nose.
And I'm really happy that it's, typically you're going to, the two most common cask finishes for single malt, we were told, are bourbon, ex-bourbon barrels, and sherry.
Yeah.
They typically go, the Scottish distilleries typically go with either Oloroso or Pedro Jimenez.
Which is way too sweet. Even more sweet than bourbon.
Pedro Jimenez is too sweet for me. They also dabble a lot in Amontillado. You can find it. It's rare. And now I've been finding, at least in our travels, that the distilleries are going to Fino casks.
Oh, okay.
Which is what this is.
Right. By the way, on this trip, this was the first one we picked up to bring home. Now, we did try, we being me mostly, just because it was so good and I really enjoyed it and didn't share it quite as much as my producer would have liked. The Glen Moray Twisted Vine.
Let me see if they have something here.
Is really good.
I don't know if you can find it here.
There's another one that we picked up that Ben Nevis, The Tradition, that came home with us. And then when we got to Edinburgh, we found the Royal Mile whiskey shop, and we've got 6 more bottles coming that are single malt Scotch whiskeys that you're not going to find in America.
So the Twisted Vine, Master of Malt has that.
I hope so.
Aged in cognac casks, which is the Twisted Vine, because cognac is a fortified wine.
Right.
I mean, it's a brandy, but it's made from grapes, bringing creamy, nutty, and spicy goodness to the single malt Scotch.
It was good.
If we can find it, I would like more of it.
I would too.
And it was very reasonably priced.
Yeah.
And it was very, very good, and purchased at the local Tesco grocery store in Elgin.
You know what? I bet we could reach out to the Royal Mile whiskey shop, because they're now on their mailing list.
Well, I bet we could shop online.
And get the Twisted Vine shipped directly from them.
And probably the Edinburgh gin, rhubarb and ginger.
Yeah. So anyway, back to this whiskey. The nose.
The nose is amazing. It's really peaty.
I was going to say the peat is subtle. It's not hitting you over the head with a block of peat from the bog. It's there, but it's...
I don't think it's particularly subtle, but it's not the typical peat that you think. That's a better way to describe it.
I don't
think it's very briny at all.
No, I agree.
It's just pure, wonderful, peaty goodness.
I got a little bit of a subtle, like a sweet, doughy confection.
And I'm getting something a little sharper on the nose. And that's what makes
whiskey's a wonderful thing. Because anyway, I'm going in for a taste. How do you feel about that?
I don't get a sweet confection. I get like a really good bread, crusty bread,
baked
without sweetness.
Okay, here we go.
Almost a little charcoal punch, but I know it's peat.
Now there's the peat. There's the...
Oh wow!
Wow.
We got to put this in the closet
under lock and key.
Under lock and key, because we're never going to get another bottle. We'll share it with Matthew when he comes to visit.
Wow! Oh my gosh!
Oh yeah.
This is a very special whiskey, y'all.
If I'd known, I would have bought 2 bottles.
Well, we did have a wee taste of it there, but it wasn't one like this where we could really get the opening up of the nose and the opening up of the flavors as it warmed up to our, in our hand and stuff.
Great legs.
Great color, great legs.
I need you to share some of yours with me.
I'll just pour you some more.
I don't want to deplete the bottle. You gave yourself 3 to my 1.
Possibly. Okay.
And I like the oiliness of it.
Nice mouth oily feel. Yeah. Okay, going in again.
Wow, this is special. We'll just have to go back to Scotland.
The taste is all over my mouth all at once, and it's a really good flavor.
It's not fig. But there's something that... This is completely different than any Scotch I've had recently. Completely.
I agree, yeah.
I don't get the raisin. I don't get the caramel or vanilla.
Or toffee or anything like that, yeah.
Anything like that. It's a drier taste.
It's a dry finish, I would say.
But it's
a dry finish.
Baked, but focaccia, not donut.
Okay.
Yeah, or cinnamon roll. Yeah. Focaccia, not cinnamon roll.
Well, no, definitely not cinnamon roll.
I get sunshine out of it.
Oh, wow. This is a special find.
Yeah, we just have to go back.
Yeah. Oh, darn. Hazel, can we have that room again? Wow, this is really good.
She says, you two are such a pain. Sitting up there on your balcony and giggling.
No, we were outside the lee of Storm Florist that came through on the day that we flew in, on the Monday that we flew from Belfast to Glasgow, picked up the rental car, and made our way up. We only made a couple of quick stops. We stopped at Doon Castle, which was
closed.
Was closed, I think probably because of the storm. I don't know if it was because of...
I think it was the storm.
Rehab, but features prominently in a number of scenes from one of my favorite movies, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. We did not stop.
And there was something else that was filmed there.
Highlander?
So many things. There were some Highlander shots, but there were other...
Yeah. But what was the distillery? When we stopped for gas or a stop for a sandwich. Dalwhinnie. We went right by the Dalwhinnie because they were closed because of the storm. But by the time we rolled into Elgin, we had already gone through goat paths of single track roads.
And so we came barreling in like Grizzly Adams and his wench. And Hazel was just so charming and welcoming.
Yeah,
and
I would totally go back there again.
Yeah, I would too. The room was tremendous.
The breakfast was
great shower.
As much breakfast as you cared to eat.
A great shower.
Great shower, yeah. So anyway, Glen Moray, this is a fine example of them being very, I don't want to say experimental, very aware of the product they have and being able to maybe just turn it up a notch and have a really particularly special whiskey. You may want to jump up and turn that timer off. Again.
Now I'm looking at Master and Malt.
Okay.
They are showing, and we saw a little bit of it. We didn't have enough time at Glen Moray. They are experimenting with all sorts of cask finishes. They have Amarone finish.
Ooh. Yeah. I like that
They had, when I saw it in the distillery, they had a peated tequila and a non-peated tequila finish, which I was not interested in. They have.
I would do it just for. I would do the non-peated just for experiment.
They have a Rioja finish.
That's a red wine, right?
Yes, from Spain. They have a Manzanilla finish,
which I know I like.
So, which is another sherry. It's one up from Fino, and let's see. They have a rum finish.
I don't know if rum for me is always way too sweet. They have a
Hungarian white wine finish. So. They do all sorts Oloroso.
They do a wide.
They
do a wide range of these things. We're going to try to keep this as short as possible because we still have dinner to finish. Again, Glen Moray, just outside the heart of the Elgin, little village of Elgin, St. Michael's. Guest house
in Elgin,
just at the base of Lady Hill, which was really pretty cool. We had some really good Thai food there.
Yeah, we did.
But if you're
and then the bistro we went to, the Druti,
Dorothy Peddler, Dorothy Cobbler.
Druthi Cobbler, which is that was a very fine restaurant.
Yeah.
And then we went to Glen Turret, so that's a whole different discussion.
Yeah. So anyway, we highly recommend giving consideration to St. Michael's Guest House there in Elgin. Hazel's an amazing host, and it is uniquely located such that you're not right in the heart of Inverness, which is a bigger city, but you can get there in less than an hour.
You get to
and
everything.
You can go to Fort George, you can go to Cador, you can go to Culloden. All those things. Now, unless you want to go all the hell the way up to John O'Groats,
which is 3 hours.
That changes the equation. But there's the Royal Air Force Heritage Site, Royal Air Force and Royal Navy Heritage Site, which sadly was closed on that day that we went by. There's a maritime center that is dolphins and whales. That's not too far from there.
Yeah, there's so much
mammals.
to see.
Anyway, thanks for joining us. I would consider everything that Glen Moray has to offer as a buy. This one is certainly a buy more of these that you can get if you can find them. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. Aloha. See you later. Bye.
Slanchava.
Oh yeah, Slanchava.
That's the Scottish Gaelic term. In Ireland, it's slanche. Bye.
She's right. Bye-bye.